You'll either laugh or cry. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hilarious moments triggered by Brexit. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be bypassing the doom and gloom of Brexit forecasts and focusing on the sometimes unintentionally side-splitting moments it's produced instead. Because if there's one thing us Brits excel at, it's laughing at ourselves during a crisis. Number 10. Brexit means breakfast. Have you tried starting your day with a scrumptious box of whole grain Brexit? Only to be served with milk from British cows, of course. Several political figures have made this slip of the tongue, mispronouncing Brexit as breakfast, including Jeremy Corbyn's campaign coordinator Ian Lavery.
Can it allow the Prime Minister unhindered to deliver a breakfast?
Lavery saw the funny side, however, even momentarily turning his speech into an improvised stand-up performance of sorts.
Sausage, bacon, eggs, working class food.
The slip doesn't undermine the gravity of breakfast though, as Brexit is the most important meal of the day. Number 9. Damon Albarn's Drunken advice. With the nation going bananas, leave it to Blair and Gorillaz frontman Damon Albarn to offer some level-headed sanity.
I've got one thing to say.
Even whilst being intoxicated, Albarn talks more sense than most. Whilst receiving the award for Best British Group with Gorillaz at the Brit Awards, he sees the opportunity to address the nation on the importance of not becoming isolated and cut off.
We've got a real spirit and a real soul. And don't let politics get in the way of all of that shit, alright?
While the term Brexit wasn't used specifically, it's pretty obvious what Damon was alluding to. Inevitably, he ended up having his microphone cut off. Number 8. UKIP's chicken advert.
Oh no! It's not safe out there! Come back!
Like some sort of new age animal farm, this dystopian clip featuring animated chickens was UKIP's idea for an out campaign video. The allegory presented talking chickens being held by their oppressive EU captors in a dingy farmhouse, too afraid to leave to the bright sunshine outside, despite nothing seemingly stopping them.
No good, it's raining.
Eventually, the chickens make a break for it and appear happy enough with their decision. Make of the message what you will, but Brexit rarely gets this weird.
So you will
for the
then
environment,
rule out,
for the workers.
Rule out chlorine-washed chicken. It's a very simple thing.
There is no health issue with that.
Number 7. The Love Island debate. The UK wasn't the only isolated land discussing the potential ramifications of Brexit, as the contestants of Love Island formed an expert panel on the matter too.
Doesn't it mean it would be harder to go to Spain and stuff?
So it'll be harder to go on holidays?
Yeah, I think so.
Like an obscure edition of Loose Women or a questionable instalment of Question Time, they mused over whether leaving the EU would mean Britain wouldn't have any more trees, amongst other pressing points.
So does that mean we won't have any trees?
Surprisingly, hogging all of our trees isn't something even Boris Johnson had accused the EU of. Danny Dyer also looked on during the debate, leaving us to wonder what her father might think of the situation. Number 6. Tom Watson singing Holding Back the Years. After Simply Red singer Mick Hucknall branded Jeremy Corbyn a spineless coward over Twitter for not taking a firm side in the Brexit debate, Labour deputy leader Tom Watson had a ready-made reply for him. Kind of. He memorably opened a speech with a rendition of Holding Back the Years, as Corbyn looked on in amusement, or perhaps bewilderment.
Holding back the years, thinking of the fear I've had so long.
Mercifully, Watson stopped crooning after only a couple of lines. Double mercifully, Jeremy never joined in for a duet. At least Tom refrained from spitting any insults, or this could have become a full-blown rap battle. Number 5. Farage versus Geldof. The Battle of Brexit split out onto the oceans in 2016. Well, the Thames at least, as insults and rude gestures were traded by two of British politics' more opinionated people. On one side it was Vote Leave, a flotilla of boats led by Nigel Farage. On the other was Vote Remain, headed up by Sir Bob Geldof on a larger vessel.
Fourth, you are no fisherman's friend.
While no cannons were fired, there was a bit of water sprayed and a fair few insults.
We used to protest against the establishment. Now the establishment protests against us. We must be doing something right.
Unfortunately, this war on the river wasn't how the referendum was ultimately decided, but it did become a defining image. Number 4. Charlie Brooker's Summarization.
Oh, look out, think he's crashed. Someone hit him with a shoe.
With his Black Mirror predictions becoming increasingly eerily accurate, Charlie Brooker's enlightened views are always welcomed. For this Screen Wipe special on Brexit, Brooker also recollected some of the most humorous moments of Brexit and some of the not so humorous.
Oh my god, he's off the Cameron pink scale. Look, this pumps me up. Right now, he's gone past gammon.
He went after both sides, Remain for their lax attitude and overconfidence, and Leave for their hypocrisy and lies. In a nutshell, Brooker sums up Brexit perfectly, offering a poignant reminder that the political spectrum will never lack a supply of inspiration for dark, satirical comedy.
I'm not racist.
I'm not racist, but, this is you. You make me sick. Unlike me, you are racist, and you're simple, and you're stupid, and you've ruined this country.
Number 3, Danny Dyer's Rant.
You can leave out that front door, or you can choose a window.
While Charlie Brooker's detailed Brexit summary was impressive, Danny Dyer managed to encapsulate the whole thing in just a few straight-to-the-point sentences, as the leader of the opposition himself, Jeremy Corbyn, and Pamela Anderson looked on. It all infamously unfolded during a one-off special edition of Good Evening Britain.
Who knows about Brexit?
Yeah, quite.
No one's got a fucking clue what Brexit is, yeah?
Dyer went off on a tirade against the very concept of Brexit and the man who triggered it all in the first place, David Cameron. And in true Dyer fashion, he didn't mince his words on either.
So what's happened to that David Cameron who called it on? Let's be fair.
I think you're referring to our former Prime Minister.
Number 2, Tim Farron's rap. We mentioned a rap battle earlier, and this isn't that. After former England and Liverpool star John Barnes was wrongly accused of backing the Leave campaign, Lib Dem leader Tim Farron thought he would capitalise on the situation. While on a rally bus, Farron covered Barnes' rap from World in Motion by New Order, the official England football soundtrack of the 1990 World Cup. In hindsight, this may be the precise moment that doomed Vote Remain to fail. Perhaps unsurprisingly, Farron is no longer Lib Dem leader.
Thank you, Barnsley.
Number 1, Brexit, a Titanic disaster.
The Titanic springs to mind.
Using Boris Johnson's words of wanting to make a Titanic success of Brexit against him, in 2017, Comedy Central released a parody video to mock the entire fiasco. The faces of Boris, Theresa May, David Cameron, Michael Gove, Nigel Farage, Jeremy Corbyn, and many more were superimposed onto characters from James Cameron's Titanic.
Some people are now saying that was wrong.
Complete with the pound plummeting into the sea and Farage painting a naked Donald Trump, this was the most hilarious response to spawn from Brexit.
But I do not think it would be right for me to try to be the captain that steers our country to its next destination.
Whatever a post-Brexit landscape looks like, however, our hearts will go on.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.